Hello Bobcats. So we're going to continue and practice using ratios. So this first problem, I have a scenario. At summer camp, there are 5 counselors and 13 campers in every cabin. Write each ratio 3 ways. Okay, so the first way that it's asking me to represent with ratios. So here I have campers to counselors. Now I'm going to write that in. Campers to counselors. Because remember, we can always write it as a fraction form. Now I'm going to write it as a fraction form first to make sure and see if I have to simplify the fraction. So campers, I have 13 campers. And then I have 5 counselors. So you have to pay attention to the wording. Okay, first is campers, then is counselors. This is my first way of writing it. Now I can also write it with using the words. So campers to counselors. So I have 13 campers to 5 counselors. Or I can write it with the semicolon. 13 to 5. Okay, that one's pretty easy. Second one, it says counselors to people in the cabins. So in this situation, I have to, again, I'm going to write it out, counselors. I'm just going to abbreviate it, counselors to the people in the cabin. So this is the actual total. So this first problem was a part to part, but the second example is asking to go from a part to the total or the whole. Okay, so what's 5 plus 13? So that equals 18. So there's 18 people in total. So I have 5 counselors to 18 people in total. Now I can't simplify this fraction. So now I can write it the other 2 ways. I could do 5 counselors to 18 people in total, or I can do 5 semicolon 18. Okay, this next example. In a bag of cashews and almonds, there are 3 times as many cashews as almonds. What is the ratio of cashews to almonds? Okay, I'm going to underline cashews to almonds because that's how I'm going to write it. Cashews to almonds. Okay, so here, this one's different because in the first 2 examples, we were given actual numbers. So in this third example, we have to read it carefully. It says that, where is it? Right here. There are 3 times as many cashews as there is almonds. So if there's 1 almond, then there's 3 times that number, which is 3. So my ratio is 3 cashews per almond. So fraction form with words 3 to 1 or 3 semicolon 1. This just means that for every 1 almond, there's 3 cashews. And the last example. At a small school, there are 125 students for every 5 teachers. What is the ratio of teachers to students? Okay, so teachers to students. So teachers to students. So there's 5 teachers for every 125 students. Okay, now this I can simplify. I can divide them both by 5. 5 divided by 5 gives me 1. And 125 divided by 5 gives me 25. So it's 1 out of 25. So I can write it like this. I can go fraction form with the words. So 1 teacher to 25 students, or 1 semicolon 25. And that's all you have to do, guys. Okay, so now we're going to move on. And now it's time for you to practice. Okay, so you're going to have 4 different scenarios, 4 different questions, and you're going to solve these questions. Okay, I'm going to read them for you, and then we're going to solve them. So, first question. A mixture of paint requires 3 gallons of yellow paint for every gallon of red. What is the ratio of yellow to red paint? Okay, so go ahead and pause the video and solve the problem. Okay guys, you should have gotten this. So 3 to 1. That is the ratio of yellow paint to red paint. Problem number 2. In Kelsey's pencil case, she has 10 highlighters for every 35 pencils. What is the ratio of pencils to highlighters? Make sure you're underlining and showing your work. If you have to simplify, make sure you are also simplifying. Go ahead and pause the video, solve it, and then verify your work. Okay, you should have gotten 7 to 2. Okay, it was 35 to 10. We simplified it, we divided it by 5. Gave us 7 to 2. Very good, guys. Okay, third problem. In a bag, there are 19 green marbles for every 11 blue marbles. What is the ratio of green marbles to total marbles? Okay, read the question carefully. It's saying ratio of green marbles to total marbles. Go ahead and pause and solve your question. Okay, you should have gotten 19 to 30. 30 is the total, which is 30, and then they're asking for green, which is 19. So 19 to 30. And last question. In band, there are 33 woodwinds for every 12 percussion players. What is the ratio of woodwinds to percussion players? Okay, you should have gotten 11 to 4. Originally, it's 33 over 12, but if we simplify that by 3, we get 11 to 4. Okay, great job, Bobcats.
For a few months to take care of Wayla.